back. It's all about kids' health today. You've got the books, the backpack, the lunchbox, the uniforms, but they won't let you into school unless you have these immunizations. With more information on shots for back to school and how convenient it can be, please welcome HEB pharmacist Gina Eubank. Hello there.
Morning.
You know, a lot of us traditionally will go to our, pediatrician's office to get our immunizations, but now it's even more convenient when you can get it while you're grocery shopping.
Oh, definitely. And, HEB, we give vaccinations. We give traveling vaccinations as well as we give back to school, of course, the flu, pneumonia, the whole gamut.
Yeah. And for people who don't know, I think most people do know, but in many cases, your child won't even be let into school unless they have their appropriate immunization. So the first thing you need to do is check with your pediatrician to see where you are, because keeping up to date on that shot schedule can be mind-boggling.
Definitely. And a lot of people, the big point of today is there's been a change in the law. And so now 7th graders are not allowed into school, possibly, if they have not received their meningitis vaccine.
This is relatively new.
Yes, new law, and also if they're entering college, they also are required now to have the meningitis.
Reason being is that it can be deadly. Now, in addition to getting your vaccination, there are things that you can do to try and lessen the exposure, if you will, because it's highly contagious and can be deadly, as I mentioned.
It is highly contagious, and it's mainly at risk in your small children, your young teens and adults, and it's because it can be passed through respiratory fluids, also through saliva. So when they're going, oh, take a bite, ensuring for...
And we've all done that. How many of y'all have done this? You were a little kid, and you just put a piece of gum in your mouth, and your friend goes, oh, do you have any more? And you go, no, but you can have half of this, right? You've done it. You know you've done it. Get out of denial. You've done it. All right. But yeah, sharing drinks and stuff like that. Don't do that. And then other things that you just shouldn't do. Avoid kissing. You're going to tell that to kids in junior high and high school?
Yeah. Right. So get the vaccine.
All right.
Another thing that I thought was really interesting is even though there's a vaccine out there, 10% to 25% of people are carrying this bacterial infection, and they're contagious, but they don't have any symptoms themselves.
Wow. Okay.
And so it's extremely important, and that's part of the reason that Texas made it a law for 7th graders and to get into college.
All right. So, other school vaccine requirements: diphtheria, tetanus, rubella, measles, mumps, hepatitis B, and varicella. All right. Anytime something's required, that puts some people's backs up against the wall if they can't afford it, but there's things that you can do.
We at HEB, we take insurances, so we can try to bill it to your insurance. If that's not covered, we also have our Platinum Rewards card, which that's a one-time $5 enrollment fee, and that covers the entire family, and that'll give you discounts on your vaccines. And the other thing is you don't have to pay for an office visit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But there are some things that you might need to do to check with your doctor first, because at a certain age, you don't have to have that doctor's prescription, or how's that work?
The way it works is age 14 and above at HEB, you do not require a doctor's prescription. Below 14, you do. But what I have a lot of parents do is just call their pediatrician, say, where am I at on the schedule, and then they fax their prescription to their local HEB, and then we're covered, and then you can go in and get your vaccine.
Yeah. As a pharmacist, you also encourage people to be interactive in the sense that you're there to answer questions, you're there to help support doctors, and so and ultimately for that, our health. Okay, so you have the second Saturday screenings. What can people find when they go there, and what's the purpose of that?
The purpose is early awareness. We want to empower people to be a part of their health. And HEB, we truly are a wellness destination with the vaccines and with the screenings. The screenings, we do the cholesterol screening, the total cholesterol, as well as the lipid panel, where it'll break down and tell you your high HDL, LDL, triglycerides. Then we do the glucose screening, blood pressure, and many people find out during our second Saturday screenings that, ooh, I do have an issue, and then they can pursue it with their doctor, and the price point is significantly lower.
Yeah, you find a lot of people who go, I might be diabetic, and find out indeed that they are. And the cool thing about this, you're already in the grocery store. If they're diabetic, there are a whole line of foods that you all have that can help support them getting well.
Yes, and I mean, if you can get your groceries to support your health, your prescriptions, your vaccines, your screenings, I mean, we truly are like a one-stop destination, and then we can direct you in different avenues to go to your doctor, pursue it, or, you know, do lifestyle changes just in the store where you're borderline. So
yeah, and the nice thing about having it all in one place is oftentimes people get into trouble when they have a prescription over here, a prescription over there. It's not being coordinated, but you can red flag some things and say, if you're taking this, you should not be taking this with it, and things like that.
Exactly, and all the HEBs are linked. So, you know, if you're in one part of town, just go to an HEB or another part of the state, and then just say, I've been to another one. And our system will automatically cross-reference and double-check that everything is okay and alert the pharmacist to have a discussion if need be.
Yeah,
so,
whether it's prescription or if you have questions about some over-the-counter
yes,
items and
definitely.
how to use those, because mixing those with prescription drugs can also be an issue.
It's a big, complex thing, and that's why we're here, to help you navigate it, okay?
Gina, thank you very much. HEB is having a back-to-school clinic with immunizations, wellness screenings, and more. It is part of their second Saturday screenings that Gina talked about. It's happening this Saturday, August 13th, from 9 until noon at most Houston area HEBs. Find out more at heb.com/pharmacy. Up next, how to diagnose asthma in your child and tips on how to manage it, especially when they're away from home and off at school.
Fun, Fair, Positive Soccer is a youth league offering children ages 4 through 18 a fun, fair, and positive sports experience. Every child gets to play equal time in every position, and there are no tryouts. Games are played in your area, and parents and coaches are always positive. The #1 goal for kids is to have fun. Fall season begins October 8th, and registration's open now. Visit ffps.org to find a league near you.